more.
Ready? I'm good. I got my
You gotta go on the
Board of Commissioners, public meeting Tuesday, December 6, 2016. The time is 7:34. Pursuant to the requirements of the Open Public Meeting Act, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975, notice of this meeting was published in the December 24, 2015 issues of the Nutley Sun, the Star Ledger, and the Herald News. A copy of this notice has been posted on the Nutley Town Hall Bulletin Board, and a copy is on file in the Municipal Clerk's office. Commissioner Rogers?
Here.
Commissioner Tucci?
Here.
Commissioner Evans is absent, excused. Commissioner Petracco?
Here.
Mayor Scarpelli?
Here.
All present, Mayor, except for Commissioner Evans, he's absent, excused this evening.
Okay. Let's go around the horn. Commissioner Petracco.
I was afraid you were gonna say that. I have a drive sober or get pulled over, crackdown to December 9th or January 1st, and a transfer in my budget. That's all I have. Okay.
Commissioner Rogers.
Mayor, I have nothing but, because of that look that you gave me, I will take Commissioner Evans' resolutions. One is to authorize the issuance of not exceeding $9,188,000 bond anticipation notes, a refund senior citizen property tax deductions for 2016, rescind the resolution number 289-16, refund overpayment of property taxes, authorize general capital improvement fund appropriations, corrective action plan for annual audit process, and authorize budget transfer in the amount of $30,000. And that's it, Mayor, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Tucci.
Yeah, I was just inquiring as to whether or not I was eligible for the senior citizen property tax deduction, but.
Are you 65 or older?
I'm 65.
You are?
December 19th.
No, I'm not, but my friend is, so put him in.
Well, come in tomorrow and we'll take care
Can
of
I
it.
apply?
I think there's
Yes.
an income level.
Wow.
There is an income
There are
level.
benefits of getting
What a fixed income. I got a
Medicare and all
pension.
this stuff.
Has to stay in New Jersey.
I can see you when I'm 65 to 19.
Absolutely.
Thank you. That's great being a commissioner, ain't it?
It sure is.
You get to learn stuff.
All right, I have a budget transfer on the amount of $74,200. I have a contract renewal with the soccer factory not to exceed $45,000. I have a contract renewal with Dujet's Tree Experts not to exceed $40,000. I'm awarding a risk manager contract once again to Seawalter Searle Agency not to exceed $34,500. I'm going to also enter into a contract with Seawalter Searle to continue doing our accident and safety review work as part of the insurance work, an amount not to exceed $10,000. I need an authorization to advertise sealed bids for air conditioning, plumbing, heating, and refrigeration. I need an authorization to receive bids for recreation uniforms and equipment. And I need an authorization to advertise bids for electrical services. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Commissioner. I have a public hearing on an amendment to the recycling ordinance, which is just to standardize the language for the county, so it complies with the county's recycling ordinance. And I have a termination of a club license, liquor license, not Nutley Masonic Temple. Approve a raffle license application.
Excuse me. They're, what are they doing with that license?
We're terminating it.
The Masonic
It took me
Temple?
a year to help them get it, and now they don't want it.
Wow.
Why do we run out of
I
Mason?
remember that year.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It was very
Us-
difficult. And is there a reason why they don't want it now, the liability, or,
No, they just don't wanna.
and they're not transferring it up?
But that's a club license, right? That's not
It's a
transferable.
club license, that's right, it's not. You have to have a club.
Approve various raffle licenses, authorize budget transfers in the amount of $50,000, authorized to submit the CDBG applications for funding for 2017, authorized to reappoint Constable Chris Mazzini, and authorized to award a contract to Stenzel Construction in the amount of $155,774.80 for CDBG, which is the paving of Hancock's Avenue from Union to Passaic. That's all I have. Clerk, give anything?
We just have the Board of Education members coming later on, to speak with us, and that's it, actually, for this evening.
I have two matters.
There was only one matter that I had for an executive session, but it was that, Commissioner Evans isn't here tonight. So, what I need to, get on the record is the negotiations with the PBA. So I had, Commissioner Evans go over some of the numbers and so forth and so on, so I know the PBA is anxious.
We should
to-
talk about this in a second.
Well, I just wanna get, no, let me just finish, I understand. But I'm saying that as far as they're anxious for us to move on something, so maybe at the next meeting, we could, bring it up for a discussion, that's all.
Oh,
Not the
so-
details
Okay.
at all.
I have one issue too.
I just didn't want them to think that we're not moving on it. I've been absent, now Tom's been absent, so that's what's been holding it up.
I saw on here, and I believe it's still here. Commissioner Evans is looking to cancel some balances.
Did you get my email?
No. Or if I did, if you sent it, maybe I just didn't
You
read
didn't sleep?
it. Be honest.
No,
Where's the
but
Honda
didn't
Civic?
Frank said he was gonna give it to you.
Yeah, but
Ro
it's the
gave
same-
me an explanation, that's the explanation that Ro gave me.
What?
Did you see that explanation?
That explanation flies in the face of everything she's been telling me for 17 years, especially where you have various capital improvements. She says, no, you need to be specific. Well, various capital improvements is not specific, and I don't know what these are because we haven't had a printout because they were working with the auditors, and I understand that, all right? But
Okay, I'm
I
sorry.
would like, if we could defer this, Mayor, until I can get a better explanation, and it's
Can I
not,
see that one?
yeah, I know, well, it's not your explanation, but
Yeah,
well, being that I went over the agenda, I saw that, and I don't know what they're canceling, because I might have plans for some of those things that they're canceling.
The only thing, in the email, it said these were section 20 account, 20, section 20 expenses and not for projects.
yeah.
But I'm only going what was in the email. I'm not gonna vouch for that.
But
Well,
that's,
because I went through it, all right, and that, I hope that is the case, you know,
but that's what she told me. That was her, that's her wording, not
that they were
mine.
all section 20, I don't know about that.
Well, maybe we should defer.
Why don't we defer it at least until Tom is here, and we can
Okay.
talk about it, and I can get a better handle on what it is.
Maybe you should call him on that.
Yeah, I will.
That's the only explanation I can get from her.
So-
Yeah, no, I understand.
So we'll pull that resolution until the next meeting.
Okay.
Thank you.
And while we're just on the subject
Okay, so
and indictment,
right,
if
hold
I'm
on that.
if I'm
That
not,
one, okay?
if I'm talking in a term, stop me. And I just had a question, because a business owner called me up, and I know you helped, the specific one. I don't understand what Passaic Valley, maybe you would know this too, what,
Well, brother, go ahead.
well, maybe you know something about, because I know nothing about it, is when there's a change of use, right? Why is it that they go by the chairs and the restaurant, what the fee is gonna be with these restaurants?
And I don't have an explanation for that, except that, I guess there's some sort of calculation on how much is gonna be pumped into the sewage system.
Water in, water out.
So,
Do you know what year they came up with this?
I think they can do it.
It's a while now. It's a while.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's not like 10, 12 years?
Just, can you
I mean, would you think it's longer than that?
I think it's longer than that. They might have modified it.
Or
10,
increased
12.
it.
Yeah.
You-
probably.
And the question that I have, and it's just, I read, I got a copy of the ordinance today. Is it, is there like an issue with the sewage, Joe, that there's a volume of sewage that is increasing, and that's why they're starting to put these stipulations on
I
it?
think they've always done it, and I think it's just listen, it's a way of raising money, right? I mean, so they're looking to how they can capture some money, and the fact that there's gonna be an increase in what they're handling down at the end run, that's what they base, especially commercial accounts.
I mean, because what's gotten back to me, like for these little pizzeria restaurants,
It's expensive.
It's
It's
very,
expensive.
very substantial, and I know we all wanna encourage business here,
And
it's-
there's
it's-
there's nothing we can do about it.
and I know it has nothing to do with you, or your
Right.
department either.
Right, so I mean, we inquired on one business that came to us a couple of years ago, we inquired, you know, anything we can do, anything, no, nothing.
And what happens?
Statutory or
And what happens
whatever they
with the,
wanna
with
call
the
it.
residential part of it? So if you build a new house, I was told that those fees are much lower than commercial.
Yeah, you have, some fees, especially if you're running a new service, are coming to the township, right? You know, sewer hookup, you hook it up into the sewer. But I don't know, there's probably some permitting fees that go to the Passaic Valley Sewage also.
These apartment buildings that are being built, they're substantial as well.
Yeah,
It's
there's-
part of the CUP processing. too.
You know, there's extension, there's
How much water per unit.
yeah, there's water and sewer permits for any new development that have to be, that you're not gonna increase, and if you're increasing, you have to pay a fee. You know, it's based on a calculation.
Yeah, it's a formula, it's a calculation that they do.
I don't know.
I just know that it's discouraging some people from, you know, extending their business or, you know, even going into. And it's not just unique to Nutley,
Yeah, it's
right?
not
And you know what,
If
Commissioner
it's done with
Tucci,
some
she
other
said
town,
she
we don't
hasn't
pay
done
the-
this
we don't pay the
in like
percentage.
8, 9 years.
You know, I see two things, I have construct multi-purpose facility,
And you know what?
ball
If
field.
you show me which one tomorrow, I'll get more specifics
20 years ago.
Okay.
for those.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that the difference? That's very
Yeah,
interesting.
it's, I remember when I opened my business, Passaic Valley came in, I guess they thought they were gonna have a bonanza with a pool store, water in,
Yeah.
water out. I tell them, no, we just fill them up and leave them there.
Right.
We just add, we don't drain.
Well, it's getting to be a very
Yeah, it's
expensive
expensive.
proposition for these
Yeah.
business owners all over town. Like I said, it's not unique to Nutley, but, it's, I gotta tell you, I mean,
Especially if
it's,
you're opening up a new business that was not used.
well, that's what it is when it's a change of use specifically. But again, it's, I don't know if you could look, I mean, I guess
Well,
there's
the
nothing.
last time we looked at it 2 years ago, they basically told us, that's the fee, nothing you could do
Is
about it.
Passaic Valley self-funded through,
Funded the member,
It's an independent government.
member municipalities,
Yeah.
right?
Just so you know, so is the ABC, I found out that myself, that they are funded by funds that they generate, so, which I think is very interesting. Is that politically correct?
That was good, right?
Yes. Well, it's not.
Counselor, what do you have?
I need an executive session for litigation and contracting.
There you go.
A motion to go into executive for litigation and contract?
If you're looking at me, I move.
Second. Got this look down with him, I don't know.
Whereas Section 8 of the Open Public Meeting Act, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975, permits the exclusion of the public from meeting in certain circumstances. And whereas the public body is of the